There are a lot of secrets in the world today. What's at the bottom of the ocean? Does true love exist? Can I fit my whole fist around going to the AR again? Those are all pressing questions. But perhaps one of the most important and most pressing ones is, what are game developers hiding from us in some of our favorite titles? Well, it's a good thing you've come here because we have the answers. And if you didn't come here, I wouldn't have a job. Hi, I'm Wes from SegmentNext, and here's what you need to know. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon to keep tabs on our future content. Hangar 96. Bungie is most well known for the mega franchises Halo and Destiny, which shaped entire generations of gamers through engaging stories, beautiful, seamless gameplay, and lively online communities where little Mexican children blast mariachi music through their headphone speakers no matter what server they're playing on. Before the illustrious company set out down the path to greatness and glory in Latin folk, they got their start with a number of PC titles, one of them being Marathon Infinity, an FPS that captured the hearts and minds of the early online community with not only great gameplay, but tasty, tasty secrets. One of those home-cooked secrets is Hangar 96, a hidden multiplayer level the player could only reach if they made the wrong choices in the game. Each wrong choice would send them into a dream world level, where they could collect bits of info from terminals and stray NPCs about a clandestine room within the game. That room was Hangar 96, an area few players ever reached. And while it may seem silly to dedicate any amount of time to searching for something you could just find online, I have one question for you. Could you find the hidden room if you weren't hearing about it on a YouTube video? Could you? Calendar Man's Riddle. Batman may be the world's greatest detective, but if he's so great, why can't he find out which gas station my dad went to buy cigarettes from 18 years ago? While he may not have provided us with an answer to that particular question, he did provide one if you played Batman Arkham Asylum to Calendar Man's Riddle, if you had the time and dedication to solve it along with him. Turns out, pretty simple this riddle. If you just set the date on your console to the day Rocksteady, the studio who made Arkham Asylum, was formed, you'll get a message from Calendar Man that drops a few hints for the next game in the series, Arkham Knight. Granted, by now this is old news, but crime doesn't have an expiration date, and neither does my love for my father. Dad, please come back. Houlihan Room. Do you like watching little boys in green tunics running around caves and finding secret rooms? Are you Jeffrey Epstein? Are you Jeffrey Epstein's ghost? Leave a comment if you're either one. I'd like to ask you some questions. If you're not, then you may have an idea as to which title I'm talking about. The Legend of Zelda, specifically The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. A long time ago, about 20 years or so, some ancient text called Nintendo Power had a contest for readers to get their name in a then unannounced NES title. That title turned out to be A Link to the Past, and that winner turned out to be Chris Houlihan, who got his very own secret room players could only access if they glitched Link's location and wound up there, often on accident. Again, are we sure this isn't Epstein? This sounds like Epstein. Borderlands. Do you remember Borderlands? Do you remember Double Rainbow Guy? Did you ever want them both in one experience? Well, you got it. If you venture over to the Highlands in the first Borderlands game, kill all the engineers and loaders, hop down the cliff edge, and find a little tent that's been set up at the bottom, and you'll be able to listen in on either Handsome Jack or Claptrap wax poetic about the beauty of nature and its double things. An oldie, but a goldie. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is well known for two things: throwing barrels and being the second most disgusting monster to try and break up a nice blonde lady's marriage. What you might not know, though, is that he's got a few secrets of his own. One of them was hidden so well, it took 26 years to find. In order to find the secret, the player has to die with a certain combination of digits in their score, lose their last life by falling, and set the difficulty level to 4. If you do that, you'll find LMD will pop up on your start screen. Nope, this isn't a CIA psyop, and even if it was, I couldn't tell you, stupid. It's actually the initials for Landon M. Dyer, one of the developers who programmed the original Donkey Kong onto the Atari 400 home computer. Halo 3. Secrets can sometimes be the sweetest things in life, yet another thing they have in common with the groundbreaking and undeniably sweet game, Halo 3. Within the game, a developer snuck in his own little message to his wife that nobody found until almost 7 years after the game was released. If you press both thumbsticks during the iconic loading screen, the ring will zoom out and you'll be able to read the message, "Happy Birthday, Lauren," engraved on the ring itself. I don't even have a joke for that one. It's just adorable. Splinter Cell. Did you know the government used to train SEALs to play violent video games? Well, that's not true, but what is true is that there's an Easter egg in a game about a violent government with a SEAL in it. When you play Splinter Cell Double Agent, you'll have to keep a lookout for vending machines. If you use them in a specific order, you'll be sent on a wild chase to free 5 talking SEALs from captivity. One of them, you'll even have to woo. So bust out the rose and get ready. I'd like to say more, but I can really only help you with video games. SEAL seduction is above my pay grade. Punch-Out. It turns out that all fights are fixed in this game, or at least all the fights against one specific character. If you're fighting against Bald Bull, all you have to do, according to Nintendo President Satoru Iwata, is watch the background. There, you'll occasionally see someone in the crowd take a picture with the camera flash. When the flash goes off, deliver a body blow to Bald Bull, and you'll have won the fight at the cost of your integrity and the spirit of the game. Fallout 4. Treasure Room. Fallout 4 may take place in an apocalyptic wasteland, but that doesn't mean you can't live like a king while doing so. If you play on the PC version, you're able to access a secret room that houses every item in the game. In order to do so, you have to bring up console commands and enter the code. All right, write this down, guys. COCQASMOKE. That's cock, cast, smoke, I guess. After that, you'll be whisked away to a magical place where the developers give you everything you'll ever need to survive in the wasteland, other than love, companionship, and any kind of cancer prevention gear. Goldeneye All Bonds mode. Goldeneye and the James Bond franchise go together like they were made for each other, which they were, so that makes sense. What makes even more sense is that if you were designing the ultimate James Bond fan game, you'd want all the James Bonds to be in there, right? Even the ones you hated. Well, that's exactly what the developers of Goldeneye thought too, and they did it. Well, kind of. There was an All Bonds mode included in the original GoldenEye release with assets for not just Pierce Brosnan, but Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and him. Unfortunately, that's all they were, just assets. Though you can access them with GameShark codes, or if you're really dedicated and or desperate, recreate the All Bonds mode entirely by mapping the spare textures onto other player models. Hey, that was fun. Seems like I'll be talking to you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in to SegmentNext.